for music. And depending on which school you go to, I might be Music Man, I might be Mr. John. Either way, we're going to start by saying it's time for music. And I'm going to welcome you to this video, which is Session 1, Level B. Now, the levels are really not that big a difference. There are going to be a few different activities. If you like Session 1, Level A, you might like this one, so you can try both and see what you would like. All right, so we're going to start, as we usually do, singing about the weather. I don't know what the weather is like where you are today, so we're going to do a song for a sunny day and a song for a rainy day. I'm going to start with Here Comes the Sun. And when we do sun, you put your hands up over your head, touch them together. And when we sing It's All Right, I want to see two big thumbs up. So your hands are open, shut, thumbs up, like that. And then we'll get to the rest of it in a moment. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. Little darling, the smiles returning to the faces. Cheese, little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. Now we're going to sing about the sun a couple of different ways. Right? We always started doing that because that was the first way you used to sing sun. And then we also talked about how you can say sun to our friends who don't use a lot of words by putting your thumbs together and then your pointers and making a circle like that. That's another way to say sun. But the fancy sign language for sun, finger in the air, make a little circle, and then your hand goes open, shut, like the rays of the sun. So that's sun, like that. Either way, we're going to do this. Sun, 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 here it comes. 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 Ready? And here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say, it's all right. Now, it may not be sunny where you are today, so we have a song for the rain as well. And you remember when you were younger, all of our rain songs seemed to have these sounds in them. Here we go. And someone decided, I guess a long time ago, that sounded like rain coming down. So some friends of mine made up a song they called Drip, Drop. And you take your thumb and your pointer, and you make a drip and a drop. And now most of you know this song, but I'd like you to try making one hand a little higher and one a little lower. So here's drip and drop, because the two sounds are up and down, high and low. We'll talk more about that in a minute too. But here's how the song goes. Drip, drop, drip, drop, water falling down from the sky. Drip, drop, drip, drop, fill the river so dry. Drip, drop, drip, drop, water we know what you're worth is. Drip, drop, drip, drop, rain down on our thirsty earth. Ready again, we sing drip, drop, drip, drop, water falling down from the sky. Drip, drop, drip, drop, fill the river so dry. Drip, drop, drip, drop, we know what your worth is. Drip, drop, drip, drop rain down on our thirsty earth. We had drip and drop. Then my friends put in a part of the song in the middle with a moose in there. I don't know why, maybe they just like the moose. And they tried this. Hands are up, touch your thumb to the side of your head, touch your other thumb to the other side of your head. And you just ran out of thumbs at that point. So you're gonna stick your fingers up and make moose antlers. And they decided too that since a moose has big, slow, heavy steps, you can do that too. Ready? So it's gonna go like this. And the song says, if I was a moose out on the loose, looking for food by the shore, if a muskrat walked by, I'd ask him why the lake wasn't full anymore. And then we're back to this and that, this, and you can sing drip, drop, drip, drop, water falling down from the sky. Drip, drop, drip, drop, till the river so dry. Drip, drop, drip, drop, water we know what your worth is. Drip, drop, drip, drop rain down on our thirsty earth. Ready? Here we go. We sing drip, drip, water falling down from the sky. Drip, drip, till the river so dry. Keep singing drip, drop, drip, drop, water we know what your worth is. Drip, drop, drip, drop rain down on our thirsty earth. We're singing drip, drop, drip, drop rain down on our thirsty earth. All right, very nice. So one of those songs I hope works for the weather that you're having now. And here's where we're going to go to the next idea. Usually after we sing about the weather in music class, we sing about a season or a holiday or something that's coming up. Now, the season is spring, and people are going to get out and play some baseball as soon as they can. So we're going to sing our baseball songs. Now, you remember in Drip Drop, we talked about sounds being high and low. Like that. And that's one of the things that we're going to talk about next. We're going to reach down, way down, and they're going to reach way up. So these notes are farther apart. We get low and high, right? We reach down and up. And the same thing happens when we make musical sounds. We have low and high. Now in music, we call that pitch. Now it's not the same thing as a baseball pitch, but it might help you to remember when we think of low and high as being pitch with this song. We're going to reach down. We sing, take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care. When you say I don't care, if shoulders go up, hands go out, I don't care. If I ever get back for its root for the home team. When you root for a team, that's when somebody goes hip hip, hooray, hip hip, hooray, hip hip, hooray. If they don't win, it's a shame. Now we're counting to 3. Ready, we count 1, 2, and you can either go 3 like this or 3 like that, whichever works. 3 strikes, you're out. And then when someone says you're out, it's like the driver on the bus used to say, move on back. Thumb goes over your shoulder. You're out at the old ball game. All right, here we go from the top all the way down. Ready, and it's take me out to the, and take me out to the crowd. You can buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back for its root for the home team. We go hip hip, hooray, hip hip, hooray, hip hip. If they don't win, it's a shame. 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Big finish. Yes, it's 1, 2, and 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball Very nice. Now you'll notice in the beginning we were very clear to sing, let's see, take me out. And I had to start doing that because sometimes people were saying, why are we taking a cat to a baseball game? And I said, what do you mean? They said, we're taking meow to the ball game? No, it's take me out. So that's why it's very important to be careful when we speak. And now, so we had an old ball game song. That song's about 100 years old. And we have one that's a lot newer than that. And it's a different kind of baseball song for a different kind of a time. So we're going to do this. I'm going to ask you to put your hands up. I'm going to say ready and clap just 2 times. We'll count 1, 2, 3. Or we could say ready and clap. All right, and that's how it goes. Well, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. I can be center field. Then we're gonna do this. I'm gonna put my hand up like I have a baseball glove. I got a beat up glove, a homemade bat, and a brand new pair of shoes. So you hold up your feet. I happen to have slippers on at the moment. You may not have anything on your feet, but that's okay. I think it's time to give this game a ride. Just to hit the ball and touch 'em all. A moment in the sun. I'm still singing about sun. It's gone. Looking so far you can't even see that. And you can tell that one goodbye. Here we go. Well, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. I can be center field. Good. Here comes the middle. I've got beat up glove, a homemade bat, and a brand new pair of shoes. Think it's time to give this game a ride. Just to hit the ball and touch 'em all. A moment in the sun. It's gone and you can tell that one goodbye. So put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. I can be center field. All right. So we had our baseball songs for baseball season. We started out with our weather songs. Now we're going to shift gears here for a little bit. And most of you remember this song. We have a song about different kinds of animals that you would see. And now these particular animals are all jungle animals. So I want you to start to think about animals you'd see in a jungle. And we might not see a cat or a cow or a couple other things like that. We're just thinking about animals that you'd see in a jungle. So I'm going to sing a song. First, I'm going to have a gorilla. So I'm going to take my hands and go like that. Then you might have a crocodile. It's like clapping your hands, but sideways, like that. Snap, snap is how we're going to say that one. And then we're going to finish up the song with a tiger. So I put my hands up, and I do open, shut, my paws and claws, like that. And the tiger is going to roar. I would like you to do your best roar when we get to that part of the song. All right, are you ready? All right. We're in the jungle now. All right, here we go. I hear a gorilla thumping beneath the moon. I hear a gorilla thumping beneath the moon. I hear a gorilla thumping beneath the moon. They may be gone forever. We don't save them soon. And now I hear a crocodile going snap, snap, snapping beneath the moon. I hear a crocodile ready. Snap, snap, Snapping beneath the moon, I hear a crocodile. Snapping beneath the moon, they may be gone forever. We don't save them soon. Last one, we had a tiger roar. Roaring beneath the moon, I hear a tiger roar. Roaring beneath the moon, I hear a tiger roar. Roaring beneath the moon, they may be gone forever. We don't save them soon. Now, who remembers the first one that we did? Give you a clue. Started with a G, and we went like that. Right, so we sang, I hear a gorilla thumping beneath the moon. Then the second one was a right. I hear a crocodile snapping beneath the moon. Then I heard a right. Tiger roaring beneath the moon. They could be here forever if we can save them soon. All right, very nice. Now, by the way, I'll have some information going along with these videos as to who wrote the songs, where you can find them. There are videos of us doing the songs with a full band and an audience full of kids, so those are nice too. There will be links and information here, so anyone who would like to find out more about this music can find out more. Right about now, I think we've been sitting for longer than most of you want to sit. So I'm going to put on my guitar strap, which is this thing, sounds like a belt for the guitar. Going to stand up, and we're going to do one of our moving around songs. So I'm going to ask you very quietly, please, to stand up. I'm going to move my chair. Now, all right, so we can see each other. And I'm going to start with this one here, right? I'm going to start with steps. I want you to bring your knees up high. Really step if you can like that. All right, then, most of you know what happens next. So let's start with this. Walking, 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 and hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop, hop. Hands are out. This foot, that foot. Waddle like a penguin, waddle like a penguin. Now we stop. And don't forget, this is how we say stop to our friends who don't use a lot of words. All right, we're ready, back to walking again. Big, slow, heavy steps. Walking, 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 walking. Right. Hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop, hop. Hands are out. Waddle like a penguin. Now we stop. We stop, and we also wait. That's the hardest part of the whole song, really. All right, one more. Ready, go. Big, slow, heavy steps. Walking, 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 and right. Hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop, hop. All right, hands are out. Waddle like a penguin. Now we stop. And now we sit back down. Good work. Now, very nice. So I'm going to ask you guys to sit with me here for a second while we talk about a couple other things I would like you to think about for next time. I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint of a song we're going to be working on for next time, because we might have a lot of rainy days and we might need an extra rain song. So there's one. I'll just give you a start so you can hear how the song goes. And we'll start practicing it next time. We're going to bring in some signs. We're going to sing about you, so you can point to either me here on the screen, or you can point to your friends or your teachers, anybody. You can say you and me, and this is how we're going to say rain. Right, remember we talked about a song with a drip and a drop, but if we want to use the word rain, lots of drips and drops coming down, we put our fingers out and wiggle them. And rain falls down on the roof. Roof's a pretty easy one. So you can take your fingertips, touch them together, and you know what shape this is right here, right? We get a little bit of everything in there. That's a different shape in there. So the songs say you, me, rain on the roof, and then we'll talk more about the next one. Right, we'll start. We sing you and me and rain on the roof, caught up in a springtime shower, drying while it soaks the flowers. Maybe we'll be caught for hours, waiting out the sun. It'll be you, me, rain, roof. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. You and me and rain on the roof, caught up in a springtime shower, drying while it soaks the flowers. Maybe we'll be caught for hours, waiting out the sun. And then we're going to go back to sun. You can do this one, or that one, right? Or the fancy one, up and shut like that. Very good. So I just want you to get that in your ears and in your brains for next time, because we may have a bunch of rainy days. We might need an extra sunny day, rainy day song. So I'm going to ask you to sit with me here while we do this next song. When we come through here, we got out of the jungle a little while ago, as you might remember. Now we're going to go into the ocean, and we're going to use this sign here when we talk to friends of ours who don't use a lot of words. This means fish. Easiest way to do it, put your hands out together like that, and just make them go side to side to side. And then when you get ready, you can take one hand away and go like that, and you're saying fish. All right, so this song, again, which a lot of you know already, says make a wish and be a fish. Is right, very good. So we're going to sing that, and then we actually be different kinds of fish, but we'll get to that when we get to it. And out together, this way and that way. You can make a wish, be a fish. What would your fish name be? If you could make a wish and be a fish, good. What would your fish name be? Now, first thing you might want to be, I'm going to suggest a goldfish. So I put my hands, one on this side of my head, one on that side of my head, and I go out like that. And I can make fish face. I can go if I want. So we sing, I'm a goldfish, that's who I am. I'm not a whale, I'm not a clam. I like being me wherever I go. I'm a goldfish from down below. Here we go. You swim, you sing, you make a wish, be a fish. What would your fish name be? If you could make a wish and be a... Right, what would your fish name be? All right, now we're going to ask those little goldfish to move on out of the way, because here comes sharks. All right, hands now out, together, and then up on your head for fins, right? Out, together, and up. And here we go. So I'm a shark, that's who I am. I'm not a whale, I'm not a clam. I like being me wherever I go. I'm a shark from down below. Here we go. You swim, you sing, you make a wish, be a fish. What would your fish name be? If you could make a wish and be a... Right, what would your fish name be? But we have to think about things that are swimming in the ocean or the lakes or the rivers, and they're not fish, all of them, right? So we have things that are in the water that are actually not fish. We could have a crab or a lobster or anything that's got claws. So you have your hands up, you do open, shut, open, shut. Right, we could say, but crabs, lobsters, those things you know, they look like fish when they swim below. But just so you know, crabs are not fish. Now that you know that, you get your wish. I want to see those crab claws up there like this and that. And I'm a crab, it's who I am. I'm not a whale, I'm not a clam. I like being me wherever I go. I'm a crab from down below. Here we go, ready, and 1, 2, swim, sing. Make a wish, be a fish. What would your fish name be? If you could make a wish and be a, what would your fish name be? Here we go last time. So make a wish, be a fish. What would your fish name be? If you could make a wish and be a fish, right? What would your fish name be? All right. Now, what you can do for that song, and again, I'll give you some information on where you can hear some other versions of that song. We have a nice one with the full band and an audience of kids and parents, and there will be video information below. Now, what you can do when you're singing that one alone at home, you can make up your own sea creatures. You can decide you want to be a whale or a manta ray or an eel. Eel might be fun. You could do like that. But so you pick your own and you start to work them into the songs your own way. Now, here's what we're doing. We are getting next to, some of you recognize that sound. All right, so we're getting ready to the part for the part of the song that says bye to music. And again, this is how we say music to our friends who don't use a lot of words. And there are a lot of ways you can say it. You can say goodbye, you can say so long, bye-bye. We say in music class, we sing Happy Trails. Now, Happy Trails was an old cowboy song, so we're gonna make the sound of horses' hooves underneath while we do it. So I put my hands out, open shut, hands are together, and I do up and down like that, and I make the sound of horses' hooves. There we go. And the guitar can do it too. We go like that. So you can try that, and you can pretend you're riding on a horse, and we're gonna sing Happy Trails, because it means goodbye. Now, some of you know there's a part of the song that goes before it called a verse. And the verse tells a little bit of the story. So we're going to add that part in as well. We will sing. Some trails are happy ones. Others are blue. But it's the way you ride the trail that counts. Here's a happy one for you. Happy trails to you till we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling on until then. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song, bring the sunny weather. Happy trails till we meet again, till we meet again. And we tell everybody the music is all finished. So again, thank you very much. This was session 1. Level B, and we're going to be coming up with more sessions and more levels and more songs. So thank you very much for listening, singing, and moving around. And this is Mr. John or Music Man or John Foley, depending on which school you go to. And I hope to see you all again very soon. Thanks.